What's up, everybody? This is your boy James. I am here with one of the queens of transcending the culture, Cat Queen, and this is an amazing day and opportunity for us. As you guys know, I have been in media for over 20 years, going on 25 years, and with this platform, with UG Digital Media and Publishings, and all of the platforms that we have, whether it's transcending the culture, whether it's the entertainment plug, whether it is UG Digital Magazine, I truly look to celebrate the people that, number one, I think are doing something positive and innovative for our community and for our culture, and who people who are actually giving back and helping to build the culture. So that's number one. And then I also look at the people, like the people that I love, the people who I listen to, the people who I follow, the people who I read about. Um, that's what this is for me. I wanted my own platform so that I could push the narrative and I could bring on the people that I care about and that I think that the world should care about and the world should see. So that brings us to our guest tonight. This is, again, it's an amazing opportunity. I have followed this group for just as long as I have been in media, since about 2001. Um, I know you get some of you guys are looking at you like, oh my God, it's Coffee Brown. So we do have Coffee Brown with us today. We have V and we have Ryan, who's up at the top. This is really awesome because I can actually go back to the day their album dropped. All I remember is they were like all over the radio, all over 106 in Park. Like the music was everywhere, and After Party was like at the top of the charts. Um, is at the top of the charts. Look, we got somebody there already. Yes, hello everybody. um, it's really cool for me. Obviously they dropped this mega successful album and then kind of poof, they were gone. You didn't really hear a whole lot of stuff. If you were deep in the industry, then you kind of knew, you might have heard the rumblings or you knew what was happening. But I am one of the millions who have been sitting for 23 years now, wondering what the hell happened and where did they go to. I think that this group was kind of in that bucket with the Genres, and like so many other people who were like bangers. And it just, things just kind of went another way. So I'm happy to be here today where these two are back. Coffee Brown is back. They are stronger than ever. Man, they're on this press run right now, and I'm seeing these pictures all over the internet. And I told you at first I thought it was a lie. I thought it was a gimmick. I'm like, somebody playing with me. But I found out that it really is true. So Coffee Brown is back, and I want to welcome V and Ryan to the platform.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. And
So
yes, we're back.
I feel like I gave you my whole life story before we even started. So again, I just want to say welcome. I think this is an amazing thing. Let's see, who's that? Ellen, you controlling the comments, Kat? Okay.
Yep.
So Kat got the comments, but either way, I think this is really amazing for you guys. Do you have any idea? And I'll start with you, V. Like, do you really have any idea the impact that Coffee Brown made on the industry just with that one album and the few singles that you did release?
I didn't realize until, to be completely honest with you, I didn't realize until recently.
Okay.
Because, like you said, we were there and then boom, we were gone.
Yeah.
So you go about your life and you're doing other things. And it wasn't until, we started back up, got Ryan on board, so forth and so on. And then, Ryan pointed out to me, he said, "You're not going to believe this." And he told me about TikTok. And I couldn't believe that TikTok had so many after party videos. You know what I mean? I couldn't, it was mind blowing. I really and truly could not believe it. I really couldn't.
Yeah. It's funny you say that though, because like this one right here, Kat, and then my other cousin that I do transcend the culture with, like they are trying desperately to get me into the TikTok thing. And
And
I went on
and
there
he has
probably.
the most followers. That's the crazy thing. Me and her are like, making all the videos, and he not doing nothing and got all the people.
Right, right.
I can't figure it out. Like they had me go on there, and it's like every day I went on there, I had like 50 or 60 new followers, and I'm like, where the hell are these people coming from? Like I ain't posted nothing. Like I have no clue. But
Right, right.
pretty quickly, I was up to like 1,200 followers. But I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on there. Maybe because I'm 46. My son is all over TikTok, so
Mm.
I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I do know that. And it's not necessarily related to TikTok, but I do know that a lot of today's generation, they are more and more fixated with like 90s and early 2000s music. So you have a lot of artists, whether it's Chris Brown sampling SWV or
Mhm.
sampling Shanice, or you have art like you have a lot of younger artists now who are sampling from the 90s and the early 2000s. So I think that definitely speaks to
Yeah. So that's when I really, and then there was a page that I followed a little bit. I actually wasn't following line, a friend of mine.
it.
There was a Coffee Brown fan page that I knew nothing about.
Yeah.
And so then a friend of mine was like, you need to see this. And so then I began to see that, okay, people are still feeling Coffee Brown.
Is
Yeah.
it weird to you to see? Is it weird for you to see like fan pages and stuff like that?
It is. It
Yeah,
is. It
I,
is.
like I
Now,
would imagine that it
from that,
would.
from that point to now, it's really mind blowing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's interesting. Like, and I'm not gonna front like I haven't done a fan page before. I did one. I actually did one for Bone Thugs and Harmony. But,
Okay, okay.
it's crazy though how elaborate those pages are. Like a lot of times when you look at them, like they're more elaborate and intense than what the label is putting together.
Right.
Right,
And I
right.
think that speaks to what you did for the culture, what you did for people, because like music is so healing to so many people.
Yeah.
So it's amazing what you, and I mean, hell, we can speak for myself and how excited and geeked I am about not just the music, but being able to connect with you too. And the same for Kat. Like it really does a lot for people.
And we
Definitely.
really
Yeah,
appreciate
well,
it.
we
I know
appreciate it.
it's
Absolutely.
it's love. Thank you very much. I really,
Yeah.
really.
Absolutely. So before we get into obviously the new,
Hmm.
what kind of happened like after the group, obviously disbanded, back in 2001 or the ending of 2001.
Hmm.
How did you kind of get to where you were, like as far as writing for other artists and obviously still doing music and that sort of thing?
So I wasn't writing. I was doing backgrounds, and that was
Yeah.
before.
Okay. And I took it as though you were writing, but okay.
No, I was working with them as far as recording, things of that nature,
Yeah.
but not writing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And then, after that, I kind of got into family, and I still sang,
Yeah.
doing little stuff here or there, you know what I mean? Um, and then in 2019, London reached out for Coffee Brown to come, and so we were going to go, but COVID hit, and so that
Yeah.
didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What what do you think what do you think actually pulled you back? Because I mean, obviously anybody can reach out and say, hey, do you want to do this and whatnot? But something in you said, okay, and not even thinking of the pandemic, but something within you said, okay, let's do this. Like what pulled you back to it?
Well, I had been wanting to do it for a while,
Okay.
but my partner at that point, Falante Fons, he decided that he no longer wanted to do it. He no longer, he had really begun to get into his spiritual life, you
Yeah.
know, and so he no longer wanted to sing quote unquote R&B.
Yeah.
And so he made a decision, that I didn't want to do it. And like you said earlier before we started, it takes a lot to get someone to have that chemistry,
Absolutely.
to where you can blend with each other. And it's just a natural progression, to be able to sing with each other, harmonize with each other, um, spend hours and hours together. All of the things, just like you said, a marriage almost, right?
Yeah,
it's hard to find that. And so that's
absolutely.
what the dilemma was for me,
Okay.
trying to find someone that, because for me I was thinking about going solo, but there was already a foundation laid for Coffee Brown,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So therefore it's like, why not trend on on that foundation and get it going again?
Yeah.
And then
No, I think it makes perfect. I think it
yeah,
makes perfect sense.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you one more question before I let Kat come in. I don't want to take over the whole interview, but
Okay.
you spoke a little bit about family life, and I have a lot of experience, I would say, with that, just because of kind of where I was and where I developed to on the media side, and then my son was born, and
Mhm,
school and work, and trying to balance it all.
mhm,
So when you really think of coming back to Coffee Brown now,
mhm.
and think of how much you were running before when
Uh-huh.
you did this,
Mhm,
minus the family and the kids and all of that stuff.
mhm.
How did you, I guess, how did you kind of think that you would manage that now?
Oh,
Um,
it would be a breeze now. It would be a breeze. And I say it would be a breeze now because I'm hungry for it. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so sometimes we have to make a decision to put ourselves first, right?
absolutely,
You
absolutely.
give a piece to this one and a piece to that one and a piece to that one. But
Yeah.
now I'm taking back all of my pieces, and it's about V now. So it's easy for me to answer your question. It's
Yeah, no, I
easy.
think that's great. Like, no, I think and that's an awesome answer. Um, One of the things that I learned, obviously, is balance. With everything that I have going on, and I think that I did very well with balancing like fatherhood and being a husband and going to school full time and working full time. Like, I don't know how the hell I did it, but I think I balanced it very well,
Yeah.
throughout all those years. And like,
Excuse me.
blessing of it now is that like my son he's getting ready to turn 18. He's like accepted into college already. He's graduating high school in another month or two.
Congratulations. That's great.
And it's like every day I'm like, shit, I did it. Like, did it, I did it. Like, I don't want no more. I did it.
Right, right,
Um,
right, right.
but it's cool though, because as he was growing older, and again, I've been doing independent media, but I've been doing media like all this time. So like as he got older, then he could actually go out to events with me, and because he knew the people I was covering and
Hmm.
Nice.
liked the people I was covering, and
Hmm.
so it actually made it a lot easier. And of course, it was a way to keep him out of trouble and all of that stuff. And
Hmm.
so yeah, I think that's cool. And it's a lot of times it's really about balance. And I like that, Eleanor. Definitely determination. And I know that you both have it. So
Definitely.
all right, I'm gonna send it off to Kat. Let her get a few questions in there.
What's up,
But
Kat?
thank you guys again. Like I think this is amazing.
Absolutely. Thank
Hello.
you.
Hello, hello.
Um, so I am a 90s baby.
Okay.
So like this after party is something that I was familiar with, but being that I was so young, it's like these songs, but don't necessarily know who sings it. You're like, oh, this come on, you're like, oh, this is my jam.
Right,
So
right.
it's so funny because before James had told me that he was having you guys on, I had played that song at a party. And I'm
Hmm.
like, dang, who is this? And
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, like it's so many people that it's like we lose appreciation for all of these, forgotten songs, or like songs where we like, dang, I wish they would come back out.
Hmm.
So I was listening to the lyrics and stuff. So do you think that this song laid kind of foundation for the sneaky link culture? Like, after that,
Yeah,
after the party, we going,
absolutely. After the party and quickie, both of those.
Right.
Okay,
I
both of
agree with
those two right there. Yeah.
that. I could definitely agree.
Okay. Because I know my generation is big on the sneaky link. You see them, you text them, cut a clay, am I leaving with you? So definitely that was something that I was just cracking up about that song. Like, dang, this is probably why we was, growing up listening to this.
Yeah.
Um, so I heard you talking about songwriting and things like that. And I know you guys are working on stuff. So are you guys working on new music? Are you writing music? What is going on?
Absolutely, we are.
Yes, we definitely are in the studio working on a lot of new music and just really trying to figure out, that coffee brown sound. I mean, of course, we want to always keep it, where it's been about love, relationships, but we're just figuring out how to recreate that magic from 2001 up until 2024. So we've been working on some really awesome music, different sounds and different vibes. So yeah, we've definitely been writing a lot and just creating that magic. It's been great.
Absolutely.
I think that there is such a market for R&B. People are thirsty for it. That's why you see these legends going on tour and selling out better than the new artists. Like
Yep.
me and James
I
then
Yep.
went to a lot of concerts
Yeah.
with people from the past, and I'm blown away.
Yeah.
So, what makes you guys stand out? What is should we be excited about with you guys?
Well, first of all, there's not a quote unquote duo, male and female group. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, we're just not we're just not giving you music. We're giving you fashion. We're giving you, attitude. We're giving you, um,
Energy, love.
You can see that fashion side of it because I'm looking at these photo shoot pics like, okay, yeah, they're not playing.
yeah.
They're not
Fire.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So we're giving you us, who we are. There's no, we're not putting any pretending behind it. I'm V, that's Ryan, this is who we are.
Yeah,
We're giving you our real authentic selves. Yeah.
Mhm.
absolutely.
So Ryan, you're new to us, so can you give us a short, just like, how did you get into music? How did you become part of this? I'm very interested to get to know you a little bit.
Oh yes. So how long have I been doing music? I've been doing music since I was a child. I know that sounds very cliche to say, but as you see behind me, I have all of these albums and vinyls. I've had these since I was a kid, so I've always been into music, the arts, writing music. I don't know how to play any instruments, but in my head, I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? So I've I've always been like, a child of music. I was in the Harlem Boys Choir for half of my childhood life, and I was able to travel all over the world and perform at a very young age. So I was able to just really build my chops up and do that whole thing. In the 2000s, or like the late 2000s, I was also in an R&B group, a boy group as well. So we went on to have a deal on Capitol Records and do that whole bit. And I've toured and performed with some amazing people. And then I got a phone call from V in 2019 about, joining Coffee Brown. And I've always knew who Coffee Brown was. I know After Party from top to bottom. And I've always looked at that video and just felt like I was there. Like, it's always like a video that just felt like we could all be there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't gonna tell
So
you how many
It was
videos I
one
thought
big
I
party, right?
was.
then, like, I just
It
always
was
felt
one
like
big party. Yeah.
that's my tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that's my people. They are
Yeah.
fashionable, they fly, they look good, they sound good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got the phone call in 2019, and as V explained, we got the pandemic. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when she called me, I was like, oh shit, like I gotta learn this music. Like, we going to
Yeah.
London. Like, this is
Yeah.
a really big deal. But unfortunately, the pandemic happened, and I'm always just still happy about, like, look, if you call me with an opportunity, even if it doesn't work out, like, I'm still grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because V could have called anybody and asked them to actually be a part of this,
Absolutely.
and we went through the pandemic, and I was still releasing music and doing that whole bit. And then about 2023, we got the opportunity to go out and perform in Germany, and from there it just really just took off. Me and V just like bread and butter, white on rice, chicken and broccoli, just anything you could think about that go together. It just
Right.
worked out. And this is just a bigger opportunity for me not to only spread these gifts I have, but also all the things I've learned over these years I'm able to do right now. I've been in a group, so I understand, protection and harmonizing and blending. I've been a stylist for years, so I'm helping out with our style. Just everything I've been doing over these years have just really been making perfect sense with me being a part of Coffee Brown. And I kind of look like Fonz a little bit if you squint. If you like, if
You
you,
gotta be squid.
you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like, I just
listen,
always
no,
feel like,
those tricks with the groups are funny because when we went to go see 112 and it was two of them, but they had two backup dancers. And so they was
yeah,
doing all the, the
They
formations
was
and
real
stuff. And
slick with that though.
they
yeah.
tight. But I said, wait a minute, James, two of them ain't got microphones.
See,
And we
they,
started
they're not
looking, we
singing.
said, wait a minute, where's
They
Q?
they was real slick with that because
They were
they
slick.
actually had me fooled for half of their performance.
Look,
I'm like, damn, and I ain't gonna front like I wasn't confused, but I'm like, now I know they've been feuding and like fighting, but it's all four of them, and
yeah,
because I don't really pay that much attention, I'm like, it's all of them. And she was like, well, two of them don't have mics, and I'm like, I looked at it some more, and I'm like, yeah,
look,
they just
112, Drew Hill,
yeah,
Black Street.
yeah,
It happens. It's been happening since back in the day with
yeah.
Jackson 5. No, I won't say Jackson 5, but like the Supremes and the Temptations. It's been going on
Everybody's going through their
forever.
breakup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
get used
I
to it.
think that's just the first time that I saw them add in like a group of four. It's only two of them left. Like so, I think the typical group of four, they just would disband completely, or they would start something else. Like
And the
I've
other thing
never
is
seen
still
it where
doing
they
their
just
thing.
bring two in the middle and they
Yeah.
just dancers. They had them
They
all
had
dressed the same. So I'm
the
like,
formations. I was like,
all
oh
four of them.
shoot, they cleaned. And I'm like, wait a minute. But the thing is, I enjoyed the show. As James, I
And
went
that's
from
all that
second row to
counts, right?
I
At
went from
the end of
Yeah,
second
the
row
day,
to
that's
first
really all
row
that
real
counts.
quick.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
So I was
Now,
just happy to be there. As long as they knew the lyrics and the music was playing, I was enjoying myself. So that's why I'm like, people, especially groups, people go through transitions. That's just how it is. And like, as
Right.
long as the essence is there, as long as the talent is there, I think
Right.
we all can appreciate, some newness, some new
absolutely.
talent. We have
Absolutely.
a question from the comments. Let me go
Okay.
to it. So I know we talked about you guys getting together, but how did you guys get together? Because Tiff said, how did you guys find each other?
So a friend of mine, Freeze, told me he knew that I was looking for a member for Coffee Brown. And so Freeze says to me, V, I have somebody that I think that would go perfect. And so Freeze is the one that introduced us. So that's how we came about getting to know each other through a mutual friend, Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to Freeze because he
Absolutely.
Yes.
he
I
brought
think that
our faves back. So go ahead, James. I know I've been asking all my questions.
no,
I
you're
just got
good.
so much in
No,
my
you're
head. So go
good.
ahead.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Freeze on that. For people who are watching, definitely in awe. I think that this is that's like one of the golden nuggets, like one of the messages in this conversation is do good work, like do your best at all times and do good
Absolutely.
work
Right.
because what happens is people speak your name when you're not even in the room,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
somebody spoke your name to her,
Yeah.
They
and
did.
that's
They
how it
did.
all came together.
Nice.
Um,
Painful.
yeah, absolutely. My question to you, Ryan, I kind of put myself in your place where I maybe somebody calls me and asks me if I want to be a part of something that is already established. Obviously, there was somebody else in your place 20 years ago. Like, was there any fear or any doubt, like in terms of you coming to Coffee Brown and being able to fill that position? Because you have a lot of fans who they grow attached to the people who are there. So then
Absolutely.
a lot of times when there's somebody new, some fans will drop off. Obviously, you'll pick up new fans, but some fans will
Yeah.
drop off. So, like, was there any fear behind that with you coming into something that was already established?
That's a great question. And it's a few parts to that question, right? So I don't know
We
what
want
it
them
is.
all. So let's.
I don't know what it is, but I've been in a few groups,
Yeah.
and every group that I have been in, I have always been a replacement. I don't know why it has always worked out that way. So maybe back in the day, it first happened, I was like, being new was always a little awkward, but I just
Yeah.
always felt like this. Look, I understand it was a person before me and what have you, but I'm just gonna always bring me and bring what I do. So I wasn't nervous at all. I just was like, yo, I just have to really like I got some big shoes to fill,
Absolutely.
especially playing the album. Fonz could sing his ass off. You know what I'm
Oh, of
saying?
course.
So I was definitely in a space of like, okay, I got to make this work, but also bring me and what I bring to the table. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
Absolutely.
I wasn't afraid at all. I believe in God. I pray all the time and I pray for these opportunities. So I knew that, like I'm just gonna have to make it work and bring Ryan. Um, I mean, with anything you do brings fear, but I feel like if you aren't afraid, it's not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just jumped right in and was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna do me and make it work." And then also, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I actually received a DM one day from Fonz,
Okay.
and at first, I just was like, "Wow!" Like, I know I'm gonna hear the comments and the people
I was gonna say,
talking.
is this before you actually read it, or what?
Like I already know. I already
Yeah.
know. So I got a DM from Fonz and he really gave me his blessing. It was such a
That's fun.
really dope message. And I feel like that was the thing that really made me feel like, look, I don't care what
That's
y'all
fun.
saying. Like he told me we all good and he gave me his blessings. I
That's fun.
screenshot the message. I still got it in my phone. I will never like it was definitely like a stamp of approval, and then
Mhm.
after
I
I
get.
watch
I
the
get it.
videos, I see his style. I'm like, yo, our energy is the same. Like he like to dance and move. I'm the same way. Like I just
Yeah.
was like, this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really happy it worked out that way. And yeah, like I'm just really happy to be here. Like
Absolutely.
I love
I
you.
can
Be
see. I see definitely from like the photo, like the photos like that, that are posted online and just the different shoots and whatnot. Like you're a perfect fit, man. Like
Thank
like
you.
you are a perfect fit. Like
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the new music. I'm looking forward to the shows. Um, the industry has changed so much. Like since obviously since Coffee Brown was out back in 2001. I think one of the biggest changes, and definitely for the positive, is you have a lot more opportunity to just be your authentic self. As you said before, V. Like you really get that opportunity now to just be who you are.
Just to
And
be who you are,
yeah,
because
like
back then you had to be with who they told you to be.
Right.
absolutely,
Right.
You
absolutely,
know what I mean? You had to
absolutely.
look the way they told you to look.
Yeah,
So it's freedom, actually.
absolutely. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you look forward to now? As you kind of look at the horizon and you see all of the things that are coming, for you to what is the one thing that you actually look forward to with this?
So I look forward to us giving our fans great music. And I look forward to us entertaining our fans. I look for us going on the road and just putting smiles on people's faces. And just like you were saying, when you left, you said you guys were so happy when you left the show from seeing 112. That's what I
Yeah,
want people to say. I
Yeah.
was, oh my God, did you see them? Oh my God, they killed it. Oh my. And
Yeah.
I want them to talk and say, we felt wonderful, when we left.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Like how has the process been going? Kind of up to date. Like, have you started doing shows or doing live performances
yeah.
in different places? And
Oh yeah,
Yes.
like as Ryan said, we went to Germany, and that was like it just
Yeah.
incredible. Ryan, you
Yeah.
want to elaborate?
Yes,
it's a
absolutely. I
little
would like
weird too.
I want to piggyback off what V was saying as far as like, what do we expect, right? Um, I think the more and more we dive into this whole process, like I really want people to understand and know that V is a legend in this game, right? Like, I feel like my main, absolutely, absolutely.
I was
feel
gonna say, look at that smile that's coming up as you say that, man. Like,
I really feel like looking back, even every time I watch the video, and you just see how happy V was, you know what I'm saying? And this was obviously 20 years ago. And in my opinion, she has that same type of glow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just really in a space of like, yes, even though I'm jumping on board and like we're doing this thing together, I think my main thing is like, she has a second chance to really do this again. You know, like she didn't get that opportunity the first time around. You know, with me, I've been doing music all this time and I've been doing things as well. But once again, this is an opportunity for the both of us to really like pursue what we've been doing this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to, when they see V, they be like, yo, that is that girl with the V diamond tattoo. Like, it was just a time that like nobody was doing what she was doing, but like it's a thing now. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make this thing even better. You feel me? And just really do what we both love to do. We love to sing, eat, get dressed, perform. I'll have a good time. That's all I'm expecting from this. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you just like rebuilding what Koffee Brown didn't get to do. If I'm thinking about it correctly, it was 2001, September 11th. I'm gonna blame it on those events where, like, you know, everybody like distracted. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like, we got your attention, we out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm expecting from this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like greatness. Absolutely. And we deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Even Fonz, he deserves it as well, you know?
Yeah. I think that is something with, and I usually can pick up on this, like when I talk to different artists and whatnot, and I can tell like if it's a real thing or if it's just gonna flake after some time, or like you two got it. Like this is really it. I think it's amazing because when I look at the smile on your face, V, like you know that, and not even in a funny way. Like I think it's amazing because I smile like that because I'm doing exactly what I feel like I was meant to do in this world.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, leaving a job and trying to make it work, and like I feel like I'm doing what God intended for me to do. And I fight with so many people, including my mama sometimes, just about how it makes sense to me and it don't make sense to nobody else. And I get it. But I'm just like, in this life, you gotta do what makes
you happy.
You have to do what makes you happy.
And I'm so happy.
And that's where I am. Like I am at the happiest place that I've ever been in my life, to just be doing what I love. So I know that happiness and I know that smile. So when I look at you smiling, I'm like, she happy. Like she doing.
I'm happy.
I can tell. Like it's almost like you've been waiting this entire 20 plus years.
Listen, sometimes
now you have that change.
Sometimes I see a comment on Instagram or anywhere on social media, and sometimes I be in here like this. Oh my God. You know, like I can't believe it. Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
And then I think the other piece of magic is that it's like it's the same team. You still got KG.
Yep.
Like you still got all the same people. That was winning and rooting for you in the very beginning.
Absolutely.
Because they knew who you were, they knew what you had, they knew what you could bring, and they still rocking with you.
Right.
So
which is a blessing.
The formula is still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it's super amazing. In terms of like timeline and that sort of thing, I know you can't. It's not really a whole lot you can say, but I guess what kind of is your hope in terms of like when you'll have some new music out there, you know, for us to go snatch up or download and stream and all that stuff?
I would say by spring.
Okay. Damn, that's next month.
That's definitely in like a week.
Well, you know, I don't mean the top of spring.
Right.
Right. But
I'm
about
like,
that
hell,
time,
I mean,
yeah,
we've been working on music
yeah,
constantly, so it's
okay.
something will be coming.
definitely. Yeah,
Now don't
we
say I'm V. You told me.
right.
Right.
You told me March 3rd. No,
Right.
we are definitely working on new music.
Absolutely.
As far as like a timeline, yeah, we're thinking like spring, early summer. At this
Yeah.
point, our goal
Mhm.
is to just wake the people up because even as you said earlier, like, is this real? I think a bunch of people haven't even heard we're back yet. So at this point, we're just really like
Yeah.
We're knocking
rebuilding
on
the
doors.
foundation. Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hello, are you following us on all those
Right,
platforms?
right,
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Right.
So
I think that is super dope. When I think back to your album before, obviously there were so many different artists out at that time, and when that album dropped, let's see who else was out. Aaliyah had just dropped her last album before her untimely passing.
Yes.
Mary J had just dropped hers.
Yep.
Um,
Jay-Z, Mariah
yeah, I was gonna
Carey.
say Jay
There's a
Z
lot
had
at
just
that
put
time
something
going
out,
on.
and then like even as far as like guests on the album, you guys had Little Mo on there, and
Yeah.
when I tell you I was in love with and might still be a little bit with Lil Mo. Um,
He always say that, man. It's so funny.
it's because like I used to be one to actually read like the album credits and all that stuff. So
Same.
like I can remember reading, opening up the little book and reading the
Yeah.
album credits, and I'm like, Cynthia Loving. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be dope.
She's on the backgrounds of my song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What
Man, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
she
like
is.
like who are you listening to today? Like, obviously there were so many people out at that time. Like, who are you listening to today that maybe even you would want to work with?
Ooh. So for me today, who I would want to work with.
And R&B is like I feel like it is absolutely coming back. Like when you look at the Money Longs and you got Summer Walkers out there, and
Mhm.
like
Coco
it's so
Brown.
many, yeah. You got so many people, Coco Jones, and there's so many people representing like really good for R&B right now. Usher
Mhm.
got the new album out.
Hmm. So for me, it would be I love what's her name? But she said, let me go check these on these goddamn go the Bonzo beans.
Ari Lennox.
That's my girl.
I love that part. I
I
always be telling
love.
people, let me go check on these goddamn garbanzos.
I'm crying.
I love her. I love her. I love her because she reminds you of like back in the day R&B. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
she is so real. She is so like I love her.
Yeah.
I love
Mhm.
Jasmine Sullivan. I love
Absolutely.
Brown. I love her. I mean, what's her Jones? I love
Yeah.
Coco
her.
Jones. I always call her Coco Brown because she's so brown and her skin,
Mhm.
she be
It's
looking
so
like butter.
beautiful,
My
right?
goodness.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
There's another artist. She's an indie artist. Ogi OGI. I don't know if you guys.
I, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's dope as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so many artists that I mean, there. We know there's a lot of mainstream artists that's out there, but there's a lot of artists that are like it's still like in the back, but they're so dope,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Like
talented.
like it's dope when they make it to the mainstream, obviously. But
Right?
I find myself now like really looking for the people who are just kind of in the background and you
Because they're
don't really hear
killing
them.
it.
Yeah.
They
'Cause
are
they are
murdering it.
absolutely killing it, and that I think they in a sense have more of a freedom to just be
To just
themselves.
be themselves and really create.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really create. Yeah. Yeah. So that would be from you, Ryan.
I don't so I listen to everything. If it's
Hmm.
good, you got my attention, right?
Love it.
But
Hmm.
I'm thinking more so like Coffee Brown, who we love to work with, and the first person that came to my mind was Babyface. Um,
Really?
yeah, I
Mm.
love Babyface, but I feel
I
like
love him too. You saying
I
as far
would
as
like
producing,
absolutely a legend.
for writing and producing.
right. I would say as
Yeah.
far as like a great relationship type of
Yeah.
song, he would
Yeah.
definitely put the essence of still old school and new school where it just
Absolutely.
meets. You know what I'm saying,
I agree
so
with
I would say Babyface. Who else? just anybody dope with good energy, I would love to work with.
And as you're saying that, then I thought about Tank, because Tank can write his
Oh, we
Yeah,
love tech. We love
yeah,
tech. Yeah,
Tank
Yeah.
is
of
like
course.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tank
Tank
have
is
his
Jasmine.
hand and stuff you didn't even know. You'll be
I'm
listening to
trying
a
to tell
song,
you.
you'll be like, wait a minute, I know
right.
that voice in the
Yeah,
background.
I'm a
Yeah,
huge Tank fan. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
absolutely.
So
Now
I
I
know
think
we
that.
had I'm sorry. I know we had
No,
talked
I was just
about,
gonna pass it to you.
um second chances and people restarting stuff. Like I came into transcending the culture after James already started it, so in
Mhm.
essence I am technically a replacement, and I can tell you sometimes the replacements are the best, you know. If-
I'm trying to tell you.
Wait,
I'm just
okay.
saying,
I'm not
you
gonna
ever watch
argue against that.
any of those reality show Bad Girls Club or something? The replacements be the one turning up the house. They be coming in, all kind of stuff. So it's really interesting with this dynamic. It's like we got this, like V said, you already got the train going with Coffee Brown, and then you bringing in a new person. I just feel like this is like the time for you guys. Like I'm really, really excited. James had talked about how Usher has a new album out, and he came out with that new song. You can't go nowhere without hearing "Good Good." I was in Walmart and they was playing,
Yeah.
we still good, good. I was like, is that Usher in the Walmart? Okay.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of music that he did in the past. Like it has that same feel, and I feel like
Yeah,
it's so successful because people want that. So,
right.
Exactly.
I know you guys said you guys are have so much new music, but V, I wanted to know, what does this second chance mean to you?
It means everything because again, some people don't get a second chance, right? And I'll start with saying this: some people, um, because when 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 we decided, not we, when Fonz decided he was no longer going to do it, it was like a death for me, Like I was really, really sad about that. But I say that to say some people sometimes don't even take advantage of the opportunity to do it again because they're so bitter and they're mad and so forth and so on. So for me, I'm glad that I was open to the point of believing in myself enough to do it again, right? Because I struggled with that. Like, don't nobody want to hear me, or so all of the stuff that you get in your own head with. So
Uh-huh.
I'm
That's
glad that
deep.
I got past that point and realize I'm a bad girl, like, I let me stop doubting me
Yeah.
and go do what I know that I'm supposed to do. Because I've been singing, my mother had me in church singing in the choir. I had to lead every single song, and we had a big choir. And literally, I was the choir leader. I sung all the choir songs. So all that I say all that to say, I'm glad that I took a chance on me again,
Mhm.
and also, I'm glad that someone felt like, you know what? She is a bad girl. Let's get this up and going again. So I'm grateful on all those aspects of it.
Yeah.
Wow,
I,
I'm glad you spoke on that, because I deal with like imposter syndrome. I always feel like I'm not ready, or I gotta wait until I get this right, or and time. My sister had told me time gonna pass regardless,
It's gonna
whether you think
it's
you're
gonna
ready,
smoke by you so
whatever.
fast.
And then I had saw a quote that says somebody is doing what you want to do and they're doing it horrible and making money. And
Right.
I was like, dang, like that's a word. Cause I be
yeah, yeah. That's a good word though.
cause
Right.
I hear a
Right.
song on the radio and I'll be
Right.
like, ooh, she can't even, like, is you on key? I be wanting to pull out my thing like, this is
Yeah.
where I'm at. This is where you need to be, because they don't be, they don't be, they don't be on the note.
Right.
So I know people are thirsty for people that have real talent, people that write. I love people that write their music. That is something
Yeah.
I love. I'm a big fan of Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of people that will really go lock. When people used to lock themselves in the studio for a month, you
Right.
wouldn't
Yeah.
see me. Sometime when Beyonce was doing her album, you wouldn't see her. You'll see her going in and out the studio, covers on and stuff, because
Right.
she's in writer's mode.
Right.
She's on
Right.
go mode.
Hmm.
So are you guys on go mode right now?
We're on go mode.
Definitely are.
We've written all of our stuff thus far.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
definitely
gosh.
are. Yeah,
I know we are.
I've been really happy about that too, because it's also been challenging me as a songwriter to right from two different perspectives. I think for a long time it's just always been from a male perspective or from my perspective, but being with V and us talking about all the things we talk about is just really, we are both like just trying to get there to the best of our ability and write the best songs possible. I was thinking about it the other day, like I got 2 Koffee Brown placements. Like that's pretty freaking amazing. But like it's us in the studio, we writing and we talking and doing our thing. So like it is truly a blessing to do exactly what we do. Like this is what we are supposed to be doing. Like we both took a leap of faith and was like, yo, we're putting our all into this. So we're not holding back. We're not like, we are doing this for real. So the music is fire. We ain't putting out no whack music or no whack vibes. It's just always genuine good vibes and good music. So yes, we bring it.
Absolutely. This question is actually for Ryan.
Okay.
I'm looking at this wall that you got behind you, man.
The Legends wall. Let's talk about
it. Dope. So I want to know who, like, throughout your career, who are the artists who have inspired you? Because I'm looking at Michael, I'm looking at Janet, I'm looking at Bobby,
Whitney. They all on here. Oh, it's Marvin, Aretha Franklin, Vogue. Honestly,
he probably see me sitting here looking at these albums like, man, like he
absolutely. All right, so I do have a top 5, but honestly, I listen to everything. Like if it's good, you got my attention. But I will honestly say, like, I've always been a huge Usher fan. Brandy, Michael, he on this side. No, he on this side. Michael, Janet, Aretha, Stevie, just anybody who can sing and have a gift that's just very unique and different. I just always just grab to. You know what I'm saying?
Those are real performers.
Yeah, like I listen to everybody and I study. I listen to backgrounds, diction, everything. Like I'm really a student, so I'm still learning. But I really listen to everybody. Of course, Babyface is a huge favorite of mine. Everybody.
I think that's super dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this union, man. What can we look for? I would say in the near future. I would say in the near future.
So again, you can look for new music. You can look for us to be on the road and in your town, in your city or your state.
So you'll be in Cleveland, you're saying, right?
Absolutely. You want us in Cleveland, we'll be in Cleveland.
I need you to come to Cleveland because then we can actually get you to the radio station. So I need you to come to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I need you to come to Cleveland.
And I remember one of the comments said, "Are you guys going to be in Texas? When are you guys going to be in Texas?"
Listen, we plan on being all over. Right.
We trying to be all over. For sure.
We on a world tour.
You're on a world tour. Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Now this is super amazing. I think that there is definitely a need right now. There's definitely a need and a want for, I would say, the music of yesteryear. Obviously you're coming with something new, something innovative, something fresh. You're being your authentic selves. So you're always going to win with that. But there's a lot of people who want that formula that was there when you were out before.
So we're not getting rid of. I
know
so many bangers on the Mars Venus album. There's
the whole album.
We can put on the list. We're not throwing those away. We're just adding to that. We're just putting. That's the coffee, and we're putting cream and sugar and honey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nah, I think what you have is perfect. I think you two were like all of this. Everything happens for a reason, and God brings people in and out of your lives for a reason. Absolutely. And like this was perfectly like this is the way that it's supposed to be. I'm looking forward to seeing music from you too. Hopefully, absolutely the special sauce. Add in the special sauce. I am looking forward to seeing you two. Definitely here in Cleveland, but I just want the new music. I love to see you guys smiling and happy, and because that's when you produce. like really good music when you happy
Mhm.
Yeah.
doing what you love to do. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. Again, this conversation means so much more to me than you two could actually ever
You
know.
guys do
Like
not know he been pumped
everything that
all
I'm
week.
doing is like
Thank you
purpose
for having
and
us.
intention.
And
Like
we
it's
are
purpose.
really appreciative for
Absolutely.
you wanting to have us. We are so grateful. Thank you so much
Yes.
to the both
Absolutely.
of you. Thank you so much. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. We get to Cleveland, make sure we got something good to eat, okay? No.
Listen, you ain't said nothing but a word.
Because we like to eat too. So
First of all, I'm not skinny.
Yeah.
So that's number one. So I don't mess with nobody that can't cook.
Mhm. Mm.
Listen, when you guys get here, I got a whole team of people that's gonna put some food together for you guys. So it
Okay.
ain't gonna be no
for
joke.
sure.
Ain't gonna be no
Okay.
joke. We're gonna have a whole smorgasbord for you at the radio station.
Okay,
So
thank you.
all I need to know is the date that you're gonna be here, and I
Okay.
got it together for y'all.
All right.
So
Absolutely. We got you.
hopefully as you guys move forward, we'll be able to get you back on the platform, definitely here. But then again, because I'm pushing a podcast network and a radio and a new radio station and a magazine, and like I have a number of platforms, and I have people who are coming onto the platforms with new, or they're coming into the company with their own platforms.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we got a lot of places where we can definitely place you to. And listen, I love it. So I appreciate
Absolutely.
what you two do.
We
Any
appreciate
final
you.
words, Kat? Um, Social media and website. Where can people find you at? And I know obviously Instagram is Coffee Brown Music.
Yes. Yes. We are on all social. Hold on. We are on all social media platforms except OnlyFans.
Okay.
Um, we are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We got an email. We got a
Okay.
website on the way. So please make sure you guys follow us. Make sure as well. We are on,
All
yes,
platforms.
and we
Now
on
I'm gonna
YouTube.
get this TikTok together because y'all don't take. I'm gonna get this TikTok together so I can put something on there.
We are
Um,
all over. We are all over.
Yeah.
Make sure
are
you
you
tell
guys
your
on, like? Are
friends.
you on Twitter or X?
We
Yes, we're
are.
on
We
X as
are on
well.
X. We
Now,
are
what
on
is it
X.
on there? Is it Coffee Brown Music or?
It's our handle on Twitter is it's Coffee Brown.
Right.
Got you. Okay, I did post on Twitter, but then I was like, I can't tag them because I don't know
Yeah,
what
go
it is.
on and tag us over there. Go on,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah. We are
listen.
everywhere.
The one thing y'all will see, man, is I be all across social media and the internet posts and stuff. So I
And we
will
love
definitely
you.
get it posted and get it out there. But
We really
listen,
Definitely.
I appreciate the both of you. I
Ab-
appreciate your team that works behind you. Um, Same way you screenshotted that text that you got from Fonz.
Yeah,
When I saw Vinny post, I pulled over and was like, ugh.
I love
Like
that.
I need to screenshot this real quick because that was like a tearjerker because I'm like this is
It's
the
for
heart.
real. It's for
I
Yeah.
love
real.
that.
So
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
like
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes people just want to be seen, and
yeah.
that was that moment. I was like, okay, I've
It
been
means a
seen.
lot.
So,
It means
What
a
you
like,
lot.
say?
so
There they
listen,
go. You see, right?
right. So listen, it's
Yes.
like I appreciate you guys. We definitely will have you all back. Any final words from you two?
Well, we just want to say thank you to everyone that is following Coffee Brown. Continue to follow us. We promise you that you will leave with a smile on your face. When you put us on in your homes and your cars, wherever you are, you will be happy. You'll be satisfied, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Continue to follow us. We thank you so much for all the love, all the support. Ryan.
definitely. I the only thing I can say is, yo, the after party continues.
Absolutely.
Just
Is that
for
now?
those guys.
I'm just thinking one. I'm like, is that the name of the album? The After Party Continues, or what?
You never know. No, I just feel like whenever you see me, whenever you see V, it is going to always be a good time, a good vibe,
I see that.
love, and
I
good
see that.
energy, and that's all we sticking with. So the after party continues. We are here to live our best life once again. So yeah,
I
Absolutely.
see that.
jump on board with us. Come on, come on, come on.
We had you guys. We had this streaming on, and like they've been going crazy in these comments, but I think it's really really dope. I think it shows
We love
the
y'all.
power,
Thank you.
that the two of
Absolutely.
you have, and that what you guys are bringing to the industry right now. Like people are
Absolutely.
definitely chiming
So
in.
happy, so thankful.
Absolutely. We had you guys streaming on 3 platforms on YouTube, and then it also streamed on Twitter, on Facebook, and we got it all across. And I'll
Nice.
still be posting, like once we're done, I'll still be posting and getting it out there and putting the video link out there for people to catch it. But obviously it'll live on YouTube, and then I'll have it on ugdigital.com tonight also.
Awesome.
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And we will do
for
this
sure.
again.
Post it on our platform
Yes.
too, so.
I need to see that Cleveland date pop up, and when I see
Okay.
it, I'm gonna get the team on it. Like we're gonna have
When
some
you
good
see
food.
it, get the food ready. Don't let me stop.
Now, don't have
No,
us cook
I'm
all this
dead ass
food.
serious about that
All
shit.
this food, then we can't find
You
it.
know I'm serious. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
We really
thank you so
appreciate
much,
it.
y'all. We
You are
appreciate
very welcome. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Take
We
care,
love y'all in the